Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bjorn and I am currently in Africa right now. That is why the name of my channel is Bjorn in Africa. I am from the Caribbean twin island nation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and I made my journey to Africa in March, like 3 months ago. And the purpose of this channel is to bridge the gap between Africa and the Caribbean. So make sure to subscribe and support the journey. You could also join my channel. You could like the videos as well and share it with all your friends and family, and make sure to watch all of my ads as well, because by doing so you would be supporting my channel. My friends, Russia. How powerful is Russia, my friends? You remember a few years ago, they started a war. There was a war broke out in Ukraine, and many of you must be wondering why. Now, Ukraine is a neutral state, and NATO. NATO is a group of countries, a lot of European countries, and America, Canada, I think Australia, and it's like a military alliance. So, what is it? NATO was coming closer to the Russian border, which is Ukraine, and they wanted Ukraine to become a part of NATO. And Russia said, no, 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 we can't allow that. And they warned NATO not to continue to expand, and they still continued and continued, and then Russia just went in to Ukraine and said enough is enough, and the war started, and has been continuing for years now. And you remember at first it seemed like Ukraine was winning the war, and then after a while it just went like head to head, and then obviously now Russia is winning that war. But as a result of that war in Ukraine, the whole of Europe, America, and Canada implemented 16,000 sanctions on Russia, my friend. 16,000 sanctions. They stopped Russia banking system, so Russia could not transact any money using Visa and MasterCard and none of that. They pulled out all of their companies from Russia, and also all the money Russia had in Europe and America. They froze all of Russian assets, which amount to like $250 billion worth of assets they froze in their various countries, Europe and America, froze Russian assets along with the sanctions. Plus, the whole of Europe and America is arming. For a couple of years now, they're arming Ukraine with weapons, modern weapons, to continue the fight against Russia. And it is a miracle. It is miraculous that Russia is actually winning this war, and Russia is actually the economy of Russia, despite of all those 16,000 sanctions and the freezing of $250 billion worth of assets in European countries, Russian assets in European countries and America. Russia economy was the fastest growing economy in Europe for 2 years now. 3.5% the economy is growing by year on year, and it's the fastest growing economy in Europe. Can you imagine that, my friends? After all of that, the economy is still growing. And apart from that, Russia now is helping African countries. You know, what happened in West Africa with Niger and Burkina Faso and Mali, where they kicked the French out of their various countries. Now they invited the Russians in, and that is why the French and American army would have pulled out from Africa, because the Russians are there right now. protecting those African countries. Then, can you imagine that, my friends? Remember the whole of Western Europe, about 30 odd countries, against Russia alone. With all those sanctions, they froze their banking system, they seized all of their assets in Europe, $250 billion worth. They're arming Ukraine at the same time. And Russia still have the strength to fight a war. Plus, they're sending more of their army into Africa to protect African countries. And now, recently, they would have sent warships to Cuba, my friends. They're almost there. I think the warships are almost there. And some said they may be armed with nuclear weapons. And my friends, I know you heard of BRICS. BRICS is an organization. It first started with just like a couple countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Those were the five countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. That is why the name is BRICS, because it started with those five countries. BRICS is like an organization like CARICOM or the European Union. It's like a political, economic, military. It could be a military organization where they are going to bypass Western systems. Like, for example, the sanctions that the West, Europe and America would put on countries, it won't affect BRICS because they're going to start up their own financial system. They're going to trade among each other. Right now, they're getting rid of the US dollar. They stopped trading in the US dollar. They're going to trade in their BRICS currency. That's going to be backed by minerals. You know, BRICS have the most minerals. So that's going to be a very powerful organization, my friends. Some 75 countries would have would have put their name up to join BRICS. There's going to be another summit in Russia soon where they're going to add new countries. So it's going to be a massive organization. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Ethiopia, Nigeria, UAE, Argentina, lots of countries, Turkey, lots of countries around the world are putting themselves up to join the BRICS, my friends. So after all of that, Russia they have waken up a lion, my friends, because Russia all along, nobody was hearing anything about Russia. Russia was just focusing on their own economy. But ever since the war and all those sanctions and so, Russia has now put its foot down and said enough is enough. And Russia is fighting back. And remember, Russia is not only fighting one country, you know. They're fighting Ukraine, they're fighting the whole of Europe. America is there, Canada is there, all of them against Russia. And it's amazing that Russia is standing up, my friends. They are standing up to all of that might. Remember, Europe is powerful, you know. Europe is powerful. America is a superpower. Then you have Canada, Australia, New Zealand, all of them. They're strong. And Russia alone, nobody else is helping Russia. It's Russia alone fighting against all of them. And they still have the strength to be sending warships to the Caribbean. Their economy is still growing. They still send army to Africa to protect Africa from the French, West Africa, Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, to protect them from the French. And they're still organizing the BRICS summit. And one of the things why Russia bypassed the sanctions is because what Russia did, Russia started trading in their own currency. They started backing their own currency with gold. Russia has a lot of gold and minerals. And also remember I told you the Western companies pulled out of Russia. So, but Russian malls and businesses are booming still because what Russia did was to replace those Western companies like KFC, McDonald's, you name it. All those Western brands, they replaced them with Russian brands. So their economy is booming still. And Russia would have started selling all of their oil, most of their oil and gas to China because remember they were supplying Europe with gas, cheap gas and oil. And you remember the pipeline disaster, somebody blew up that pipeline. Some are saying is America, some are saying is Europe. Nobody know who it is. Somebody blew it up. So Russia is trading most of their oil and gas now with China. So the sanctions are said to be useless. They are useless sanctions. And imagine any country, any ordinary country that the whole of Europe and America sanction, that country is going to crumble for sure. But Russia is able to withstand all of that sanctions and they're still fighting. They're winning the war in Ukraine. They're forming the BRICS organization. They're fighting in Africa and they're sending their ships now to Cuba. So the evidence is clear. My point is that Russia is stronger than we thought because many of us watch Western media and we figure that Russia is gonna fall. Russia, they're gonna defeat Russia, but the reality is I've seen some videos of Russia, shopping areas just inside Russia with people shopping and so. And it's like it's like business as usual. It's like any other European country. It's booming. People are living good. People are shopping. It's like nothing is happening, and it's amazing to see. Yeah, strong economy, my friends. But thank you for watching my video. My name is Bjorn, of course. I am in Africa. That is why the name of my channel is Bjorn in Africa. I've been in Africa for about 3 months now. I traveled from the Caribbean twin island nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. That's where I'm from. St. Kitts and Nevis in the Caribbean. And my purpose, the purpose of this channel is to bridge the gap between Africa and the Caribbean because we are one people separated by slavery and colonialism, but we are coming back together now, my friends. So I think Africa and the Caribbean should think seriously. If I did some videos recently about Europe is trying to stop the CBI program, Citizen by Investment program in the Caribbean, that will destroy many of the islands' economy. So I'm saying BRICS is a solution. If the Europeans and Americans are not going to help the Caribbean and Africa, then there's an alternative solution, which is BRICS, my friends, an up and coming organization. BRICS, very powerful indeed. And the Caribbean and America is right next to each other. America is the richest nation in the world, but they're doing nothing to help with the development of the Caribbean. So what do we have to lose, my friends? Nothing at all. So Caribbean leaders, African leaders, you have a choice. BRICS. And my name is Bjorn, and I am signing out for now, and I'll see you again in the next video. But make sure to subscribe to my channel, like it and share it with all your friends and family, and continue to show me support. Continue to watch the videos. I try to bring to you videos every day, my friends, and you continue to support me, so I appreciate that. We're over 3,500 subscribers right now, so I would just like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And make sure to subscribe if you have not done so already. Subscribe is free, of course, and it's free to watch the ads as well. So by doing all of that, you'll be helping me out, and I appreciate all your love and support. My name is Bjorn. I am in Africa. This is Bjorn in Africa, and I'm signing out. Bye-bye.